The secret that makes a woman feel magnetically pulled to you is not a trick. It is the steady weight of your inner life, calm, clear, competent, boundaried. When you move from frantic pursuit to composed presence, you change everything. This change is visible. It lands in small gestures. It lands in timing. It lands in the predictable ways you hold your own attention and your own ground. If you want a checklist at the end, keep listening. I will give you concrete steps. I will also give you a warning. There is a dangerous use of these principles. Use them selfishly and you will make a problem bigger. Use them to become reliable and you will create something rare. Imagine two men in a bar. One leans forward. He talks fast. He offers compliments like coins. He laughs too long. He waits for return signals. He adjusts, pursues, pleads. He looks hungry. The other stands relaxed. He listens. His eyes are steady. He asks one precise question. He leaves space. He does not try to fix a response. He acts from a small list of values. Within minutes, people are drawn to him. Not because he lied, not because he performed, because he contained his own nervousness, because he acted from clarity. That quiet containment feels like safety. That safety feels rare. That rarity becomes attraction. Now the shadow. These same moves can be used to manipulate. Calm can become cold. Boundaries can become rules that control. Competence can become a mask for contempt. You must know the cost. If your aim is control, you will create brittle connections. If your aim is presence, you will create durable ones. This work asks for clarity about your end. Attraction is not a tool for conquest. It is a consequence of becoming the person worth approaching. I give you a challenge. For 4 weeks, practice one rule. Show up with attention. No chasing at night. No reactive texts. If you choose to use these practices, use them to become steadier, kinder, and clearer. That is the only worthy use. Presence is the first pillar. Presence means you can be with the moment without needing it to be different. Stoics trained this. They practiced attending to what they could control. You can practice presence in small ways. Start with your breath. Breathe for 10 slow counts before you answer a message that triggers you. When you are in conversation, name the immediate fact. Say, "I hear you," then stay quiet. Silence is not absence. Silence is information. It says you are tracking the other person and you are not collapsing to fill the space. Practice one short ritual before social events. Stand for 60 seconds. Straighten your posture. Drop your shoulders. Relax your jaw. This is not fake confidence. It is alignment. It calibrates your nervous system. People pick up on alignment. They cannot name it. They feel it. Presence is not performance. It is steady attention to what you believe matters. Next, signal value without noise. Value is not shown by flashing a title or repeating achievements. Value is shown with competence and the calm results of competence. If you build skill, you will have quiet stories to tell. If you produce work, you will carry less need. Machiavelli noticed that power often traveled through visible competence. Stoics taught that your worth comes from action aligned with your principles. Combine these. Invest in a craft that produces visible outcomes in 3 months. Choose something practical that fits your life. Show the result. Do not narrate it endlessly. Let others discover it. When you meet someone, frame one short story about what you do that matters. Keep it specific. Use numbers when they apply. Say, "I run a team that cuts onboarding time by half." That gives a clean signal. Do not brag. Use the story if it adds context. If it does not, do not force it. The point is to be credible and readable. Create scarcity by being reliably busy. Busy is not an act. It is a state of priorities. Do not cancel real plans to chase validation. If you are truly busy, let that be visible. Show up on time. Keep commitments. People do not value what they can get anytime. They value what requires choosing. Choose well. Show that choosing with your calendar. Boundaries create desire because they define you. When you allow everything, you dissolve your shape. Clear boundaries produce a readable person. Decide what you will accept and what you will not. Communicate those limits with calm words. Do not give long justifications. Say, "I do not do late-night check-ins when I am working." If it is important, send a note and I will reply later. That sentence holds multiple things. It does not punish, it clarifies. It gives dignity to both people. The power of boundaries works in public and in private. In public, it looks like consistent manners. In private, it looks like emotional standards. If you notice patterns that drain you, stop them quickly. Do not let resentment grow. The Stoics taught to inspect relationships like gardeners inspect a plot. Remove what chokes growth. When you prune with clarity, people respond. They respect the person who tends their life. Emotional calibration is often misunderstood. People call it reading signals. That is only half the work. The other half is leading feelings without forcing them. You can reflect warmth and curiosity without pretending to mirror every mood. Use questions that get specific answers. Avoid generic statements. Instead of asking, "How are you?" ask, "What was the best part of your day today?" The specificity gets a concrete response. It invites concrete connection. Use this with minimal mirroring. If she says she had a rough week, do not solve it. Offer 2 sentences of attentive listening. Then ask one question that points forward. That pattern shifts your role from fixer to steady companion. Machiavelli taught that influence often comes from shaping context. You can use that idea without manipulation. Build emotional context that lets someone be themselves. If you bring calm and curiosity, people will reveal more of themselves. If you bring scarcity and value, they will see your worth. The point is not control. The point is to create space where attraction can grow naturally. Now, practical moves you can use tonight. Do not flood messages. Send one considered message when you are present. Keep it short and specific. If you plan to ask someone out, propose one clear plan. Do not offer 4 options. Offer one time and one place. Say coffee Saturday at 10 at the Blue Cafe. I will be there. That clarity is attractive. It reduces friction. It shows leadership. When you meet, put your phone away. This simple act signals that you value the person. It creates a field of attention. People notice attention. They reciprocate. You will be surprised how few people do this. It gives you immediate advantage that feels fair and human. Social context matters. Attraction rarely exists in isolation. Who you move with and how you show up in groups affects perception. If you can create a stable group around you with clear norms, your pull increases. Host one small gathering every 2 months. Invite people who add different textures. Practice being the person who starts conversations that include others. Hold the thread. Do not dominate. Provide space. These moments build reputation. Reputation is not bragging. It is repeated behavior that others remember. That memory becomes a shortcut for trust. There is a skill many neglect. It is the art of leaving at the right time, not disappearing in avoidance, not overstaying in desperation. Leaving at the right time creates curiosity and respect. If a date goes well, leave slightly before the end. Say, "I have an early start, but I enjoyed this." Keep the last line simple, kind and real. It creates the possibility of more. If the date is poor, leave with dignity. Do not attack. Say, "Thank you, this was nice. Good night." Exit with calm. Now the darker thread again. The same tactics tempt people to shape others as objects for validation. If you use presence to measure worth, you will fail. If you use scarcity to manipulate, you will erode trust. If you signal value while pretending to be open, you will produce temporary fascination and long-term emptiness. That is why character matters more than technique. Use these moves to become more you, not to become someone else. The larger pattern that makes all this sustainable is what I called inner gravity. Inner gravity is not charisma alone. It is not lines or looks. It is the accumulation of choices that produce a steady center. You build inner gravity by practicing small truths daily. Keep promises to yourself. Do the work that scares you. Face the small discomforts and remove the need for constant reassurance. When you keep showing up for your own standards, your presence becomes predictable and reliable. Predictable reliability attracts. Here is the reveal you were promised. Inner gravity has 3 engines. The first is ritual. Ritual is small and boring actions you repeat. A morning sequence, a weekly practice, a planning habit. Rituals reorganize your attention. They make you less moved by every small insult or praise. The second is mission. Mission is a boundary and a reason that points where you focus your time. It anchors decisions. If your mission is vague, your pull will be vague. If your mission is clear and practical, your pull becomes a filter that draws the right people. The third engine is non-reactive feedback. This means you accept feedback, but you do not collapse to it. You test, you refine, you keep the center. This combination produces steady increases in how others sense you. Here is how to begin building inner gravity today. Choose one ritual for mornings that you will do for 30 days. It must be short and measurable. 10 minutes of focused reading. 10 minutes of strength training. A written list of priorities for the day. Do it every morning for 30 days. Do not skip. If you miss, make it up the same day. This discipline creates momentum. Momentum creates presence. Presence creates attraction. Next, choose one mission tied to real production. For 3 months, commit to a visible outcome. It can be a project at work, a creative piece, a small product. Make the outcome measurable. If you say you will finish a project, finish it. The market of human attention rewards completion. Completed work signals reliability. Reliability signals safety. Safety is attractive. Finally, practice non-reactive feedback. Choose 3 relationships in your life and set one small boundary in each this week. Tell one friend you cannot take last-minute calls after 10 at night. Tell a colleague you will reply to project messages within 24 hours. Tell a date you prefer planning rather than spontaneous changes for now. Do not over-explain. Keep it simple. Practice firmness with courtesy. The practical checklist you asked for is simple. 1 ritual for 30 days. 1 measurable mission for 3 months. 3 small boundaries this week. 1 social gathering to host within 2 months. 1 habit in public that signals presence, like putting your phone away when you talk. That is the start. It is small and it compounds. Now a closer look at questions people ask. Will this make someone fall in love? No, nothing guarantees love. This makes you more legible and more desirable in a stable way. It increases the odds that the people who match your standards will notice you. Will this work online? Partially. Presence matters more in person. Online you can show signals of craft and clarity, but the full force of inner gravity grows in live interactions. Will this make me manipulative? It can if you choose manipulation. Avoid that path. Use these practices to become dependable, clear, and principled. At the 4-minute point in your listening, I asked you to accept a transformation. Here it is again. For the next 4 weeks, stop chasing validation. Replace chase actions with active production. When you want a hit of approval, do one of your rituals. When you feel compelled to text, wait 10 slow breaths. When you want to impress, show a small result instead. This is not easy. It asks you to tolerate small discomfort. It asks you to be boring sometimes. It asks you to value long-term presence over short-term applause. You will feel strange at first. People will test you. They will push to see if you return to old habits. That is natural. Tests tell you who aligns. The ones who do not will drift. The ones who match your new standard will step closer. That is the point. You are not creating scarcity to punish. You are creating integrity to invite the right people. A common mistake is over-explanation. When someone asks why you do something, do not offer long defenses. Answer briefly and return to the interaction. Long defenses sound like insecurity dressed as transparency. Short answers hold the center. Short answers allow the other person to choose. Another common mistake is equating vulnerability with collapse. Vulnerability is useful when it is controlled. It is a tool of honest connection. It is not an instruction to overshare. Use vulnerability strategically. Offer small admissions that open a channel. Do not empty out. The right level of vulnerability is like an invitation, not an emergency. Host a small test for yourself this week. Arrange one intentional interaction where you practice these principles. Set a coffee date that you plan and keep. In the interaction, put your phone away. Lead with a precise question. Practice listening more than speaking. After the date, note 3 facts you learned and 1 behavior you will keep. This structured practice converts abstract ideas into stable skills. Your social environment will amplify what you practice. Choose 3 people whose behavior you respect and observe them. Ask what routines they maintain. Borrow what fits. Social learning scales your progress. It is not imitation. It is learning through example. Now a brief caution about ethics. Machiavellian techniques without character create harm. If your motive is to gain power over someone, rethink. Use insight to create connection, not control. Use boundaries to protect dignity, not to punish. The only sustainable attraction is mutual. If you succeed in drawing someone to you by removing their autonomy, you will not create a life worth keeping. The long game matters more than any pickup move. Inner gravity grows slowly. It compounds. Small rituals and consistent production create habits that rearrange who you are. That rearrangement becomes visible. People feel it and respond. Finally, the transformation challenge I want you to accept. For 30 days, do the ritual you picked every morning. For 90 days, pursue the measurable mission you chose. For this week, set 3 boundaries and commit to them. At the end of 30 days, review the results. Notice how your attention changed. Notice how others responded. If nothing changed, refine. Increase the length of rituals. Tighten the mission. The key is repeatable action, not hope. What you will get is not magic. You will get steadier attention. You will get fewer moments of desperate seeking. You will get clearer feedback. You will attract people who prefer the real you to the performance of you. That attraction feels different. It is not a spike. It is a growing weight that pulls because you are a steady point in a noisy world. If you want the short checklist again, here it is. 1 ritual for 30 days. 1 measurable mission for 90 days. 3 boundaries this week. Put your phone away in conversation. Host 1 small gathering within 2 months. Keep promises. Track progress. This method is not a promise of absolute success. It is a promise of transformation. If you change how you hold your own attention, you change how others choose to spend theirs. Attraction follows competence, presence, and clear limits. That is the core truth. That is the payoff. You can use influence for selfish ends. Many do, most regret it. Choose a different path. Let your skill and calm be a gift. Let your boundaries be a courtesy. Let your mission be honest work that you offer to the world. Do this and you will become the kind of person who draws real connection without coercion. Begin tonight. Pick 1 ritual. Do it. Keep it. The small repetition will accumulate. It will shift your posture. It will change the way you listen. It will change what others notice. Over time, your inner gravity will grow. It will be visible. It will be reliable. It will be magnetic in the only way that matters. Practice with integrity. Show up with attention. Hold your ground kindly. That is the real hack. That is the inner lever you can control today.